it's Freya. Wherever you are and whatever time it is, I hope you are enjoying yourself. The time has come. It has been a very long... I've been trying to end this sketchbook for I'm going on my 3rd year. Long. Gotta finish my sketchbook. Extremely long. My plan is to definitely finish it before the end of the year. It's been a long time coming. Just absolutely very long time of me filling out the sketchbook. But I am finally here today to finish the last page. So that is what we are going to do today. I don't really have anything extra to say or any quirky, interesting thing to slide in here. Oh, I lied. Actually, this band-aid happened because actually my nails are just a complete mess. I have this Hello Kitty band-aid because I self-inflicted a ripped hangnail. I don't know where I'm going with this, so let me just get to finishing the spread. And so the final spread is... ta-da! Here we go. This is it. This is the final spread. It's not like I started the sketchbook with an opening page. I think the very first page is literally just a bunch of swatches. So, but I guess it's kind of cute to have an outro page. So I will be trying that out this time. As you can see, this page features some of my OCs, and then that is me in the back, glaring across the horizon. I don't know, but yeah, that's gonna be the page that we fill out today, and it is the final spread in the sketchbook. I am so glad to get this over with. The issue here is, why did I use graphite if I'm going to color I've been doing that this entire time. I don't know what's wrong with me. To be honest, I would have really liked to color this spread with alcohol markers first and then do the line art because I've just been enjoying that process more. But because I didn't use colored pencil or anything other than graphite, it's gonna be kind of messy if I were to do that. So I think I will just get into line arting this first, and just like I did the others, and yeah, reluctantly take that route and filling this page out. Okay, shall we just go ahead and get into it? I don't know, I feel so awkward. It's been so long since I've done a real-time type video, but nevertheless, it took me a while to be who, what character is this? But I remember now. I don't think I have a name for her though. Surprise, surprise. Lately I've been really wanting to change the way that I've been doing hair. The issue is I don't know what I mean by that. I know that I want to change it, I just don't know what I might want to switch up exactly. I'm just not really a fan of how I currently do my hair, or how I draw hair, not how I do my own hair. I don't really do my own hair at this point. Another issue I have is whenever I do my line art, I do it very sketchily, as if I'm still doing a sketch, but it's just not as it's a little bit more firm. And at that point it's girl, what's the point? Fun fact, you guys have actually seen this OC before. She's in a video that is one of my more popular ones, which I don't get why. It seems you guys really like my marker reviews, so mayhaps I need to do another one, but this is the same girl from the Ohuhu pastel marker set? Yes. That's her, and you're probably what? But it is, trust me. I do this weird sketchy type line art instead of a more defined line art, considering that it is in my sketchbook, but I would kind of like to break the habit whenever I'm getting a little bit more serious, if I'm doing an illustration. Because I need to, prove to myself that I can make more defined lines if I need to. Another thing that would really help me is if I actually defined what the heck is going on in my sketches instead of just leaving half of it up into interpretation. Some people can get away with that, where it's like they just kind of like BS the sketch, and then when it comes to doing the line art, they just perfectly fill everything out. But I'm like, what is this? Like, what did I put down originally? I don't know. I need to get better at clothing lines as well, like the fabric folds. It's something that I always talk about, and I do occasionally do studies of, but I really want to hone in on that whenever I get the chance, because I feel like they're so fun to do when you actually know what you're doing, but I'm still in like the figuring it out stage, I don't know. Which could be very well said about my own life. I think that's why I tend to struggle with traditional art, because I don't have enough guts sometimes. Like, I don't just go for stuff no matter if it works out or not. I feel like I hesitate too much, and if you hesitate, you're more likely to mess it up by the time you do decide to go with it, you know? I love this little tiger OC. I mean, I created her for the Lunar New Year illustration that I did whenever it was Year of the Tiger, but this year I also made bunny characters, so I'm wondering, like, have I started like this mini series where I have to create an OC based off of what Chinese zodiac we're on? Because if I remember correctly, this upcoming year in 2024, it's Year of the Dragon. And personally, I think a dragon OC would be super cool. Sounds so fun. But I'm nervous. Also, do I need any more OCs? I don't know. But am I gonna keep making them? Probably. I think I did this tail justice, in my opinion. There's a certain way that I feel like a tail has to curve, and this tail is giving very like mid energy. It's not really giving anything. Sometimes I feel bad drawing a character where it's just like them from behind and you only see like that little sliver of their face. But I don't know, I need to like start doing more angles like that. Another thing I noticed is like whenever because I only recently started doing these little spreads of, like I've been trying to do them more and more where it's like spreads of multiple characters, and it's usually whenever it's with my OCs, but multiple characters in a composition, I want to work on that more because, I mean, one, because it's fun, but two, because like I need to improve at it. Also wondering, like, I mean, obviously it's something easier to do digitally, so maybe I could try this out, but I'm wondering if it might be easier to just draw each character. Say I'm, like, if I were doing it digitally, to draw each character and then just kind of fit them in the frame and stuff. Like, scale them however needed, as opposed to just, like, sketching them all in one go and then having to troubleshoot if something fits or not. I don't know. I guess I could try both. Okay, the way that I did his hair, I don't want to do it like that right now. Like, I don't know why, but that just looks really irritating. Like, what was I even thinking? What was I doing? I think I chose the OCs that like appear the most throughout this book, maybe? I don't know. Well, that can't be true for Mira, though, because I think I only drew him, like, maybe once. I think just, like, that punk spread of him. That's interesting. But Mira's pretty, so it makes sense. Expressions are another thing I would like to work on. There's just so many things that I'd like to work on. And not even like, oh, for next year. I mean, like, just in general. I think lately, because I've been so deprived of art from work, I've been really neglecting, like, studies. And just art in general, of course, but, like, my gosh, it is really showing, like, how badly I need to do anatomy studies again. Like, this hand? Oh my gosh. I think that's the first thing I'm gonna try to kick off. Another thing I really want to do is make OC reference sheets. which I'm sure I've said before many times, but I'm just gonna keep repeating it until I do it. To be honest, a reference sheet does not have to be like really intense either. Like, it doesn't need to be super profound, well thought out or anything. Just as long as it's like, hey, this is what my character generally looks like. Just for now. It doesn't even have to be like multiple angles or anything. It could just be like a one full body drawing and maybe a profile, and that's that, you know? I think I overthink things too much, which isn't anything new. I just know I'm gonna erase that and be like, wow, I hate whatever I tried to do with his hair. I kind of already dislike it, because like, what are his bangs? What was I doing? Okay, anyway. Something else that's on my mind is like, I mean, there's several things that I've been thinking on wanting to improve in terms of like video recording, like sound. But right now I'm filming this with my camera in a manual mode, manual focus, which means that I set how it decides to focus. Because if I don't, it might just autofocus on random stuff whenever I'm drawing. Like, oftentimes I'll be drawing and it'll like autofocus on my hand instead of the actual drawing. So I use manual focus to fix that. But right now, I don't know if something has changed recently or if it's always been this way, but I feel like it's getting kind of hard to have it focus on all of this. You know, like I need a wider aperture, I think. I mean, it's been a while since I've been into like photography stuff, and proper video stuff, but I'm pretty sure the higher the aperture number, the more it focuses on a single point, I guess. Whereas the lower aperture number, like right now my aperture is at 5.0, the more it focuses on everything as a whole. And that's kind of what I want, but I don't know. And one thing I've been thinking about is I'm trying to figure out what lens is best for— oh my god, my voice is cracking. Please help. I think it's because I'm talking at this lower octave. But yeah, back to aperture and focusing and lenses. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out what would be the best lens for me to get. To film better, for lack of a better word. I don't know, I want to film things a little bit more like close up where you can see it clearly. I feel like this will suffice, but it's not really what I fully want, if that makes sense. Keep forgetting another thing I need to think about whenever I'm doing these like spreads of multiple people in like one frame is making sure the overlapping makes sense. So like this part, making sure that her arm is not cut off by him because she is clearly in front of him, that's why she looks bigger. But there's just all these little technical things that you have to think about, I guess, when putting together a composition, and sometimes my brain isn't prepared for all that. Here I am again, drawing the Ram Girl. If you guys have a name for her, please let me know, because I'm fighting for my life. I cannot keep calling her Ram Girl, this is embarrassing. I'm pretty sure I drew her for the first time in 2018, which means it's been over 5 years. I think it's been just about 5 years, because I remember drawing her closer towards the end of 2018. So, girl, that's crazy. I just have to have a name that actually feels like it suits the character, you know what I mean? Even when I don't fully know what the character is like. This proportion makes no sense, and neither does this hand, but you know what? It is what it is. We're just gonna have to roll with it, you know? Sometimes you just gotta say c'est la vie and go on. I like how every language tends to have like a saying where it's more or less like it is what it is, you know? It's very helpful for someone like me that's just like, I mean, what can I do? Well, at first I was like, does this arm connect here? Because that would make no sense, but I just realized like, no, that's his arm. And girl, see, like, I don't even know what to tell you. Like, it's just peak clownery at this point. Also, I guess they're just all gonna wear like what, these pleated skirts? I don't know what's going on. I don't know. Horrible. I'm kidding. Like, it's not, but like, I'm a little frustrated. Don't mind me. Okay, well, I guess we can just go ahead and color this in. Or not color this in. We need to erase the rest of this first. Here we are on terms of the line art. I think I'm gonna just have this be what it is, take a nap, and figure things out from here. Okay, I am back from my nap. It was more like me just laying down and getting interrupted like 3 times and kind of giving up, and now it's like a whole 2 hours later, but it's fine. This is not gonna come out anywhere in the sense that I wanted it to, but that's okay because I feel like that's very representative of me being completely done with this entire sketchbook experience. Start with the skin first because I feel like that's just what I do. Also, I'm so sorry to anybody who actually knows how to use alcohol markers like on a decent level. Like, you're not a pro, but you're like close, you know? Because I don't use it that way. As you can tell, I use it very chaotically, and I do hope to like actually take time to improve that, but for right now, please bear with me in my chaos. I don't normally draw my necks that thick. At least I don't feel like I do. But I don't know. I really hope that next year I can do a lot more, maybe some more alcohol marker portraits, like individual illustrations outside of a sketchbook. I think that would be pretty cool. Ooh, should I talk about resolutions? Are we doing that now? I guess like by the time I get around to editing it, it probably will be like either right before the new year or exactly on New Year's. Who knows? When it comes to the mid-tone shades of skin, I feel like I go to Copic markers the most. I don't know, I'm sure other brands have decent options, it's just I feel like Copic has the kind of shades that I'm looking for because I more or less get the color that it looks like on the cap, I guess. I have a lot of OCs in like this sort of like mid range of like light brown to dark brown, and some are more like yellow based, some are more red based with their undertones, and you gotta make sure that you get it right, or at least I would like to get it right, you know what I mean? But that's another challenge that I face whenever I do traditional art. There's like just a lot that I would like to improve on for my art, but I didn't really get around to doing that this year, to be honest. I didn't get around to like hardly anything this year. It's kind of heartbreaking in a way, but I mean, you do what you can, you know? You can't really beat yourself up over stuff that you weren't able to do. So if you're feeling that way too in this year, then I hope you and I can find some, like a sense of reassurance that it's okay and that everybody more or less is trying their best. At least I'd like to believe so, but I know that might not always be the case. Now it's bringing food on their way, so I should probably hurry this up too, because I don't wanna... The second I get the food, I know my brain is gonna like automatically go into like anime and video game mode, and we can't really do that right now. I still have videos to edit, I still have like so many more things to do. So I gotta hang in there. I gotta keep at it. One thing that I've been especially feeling is that my art is just not like it, I need more, you know? I mean, like, without saying anything, that in itself makes sense. I just need more. I need more art, yes, but I also need like more, how do I put this? I feel like things are kind of boring as it currently stands because I haven't had time to really think about the kind of work that I've been putting out, because I've hardly been putting out any work to begin with, so I'm just like, I want to push myself to do more. Just something more interesting and dynamic. I don't know. It's hard to really put into words, but yeah. I just want to find like sense of closure and like the work that I create. Like I just want to find a comfort zone. Not necessarily a comfort zone, but like I want to be more hyped about it. Like if nothing else, I would simply just like to enjoy art more. And make a lot of pieces. Not necessarily for anyone's benefit, but just like for the sake of creating. Like I really miss that. I definitely think you can enjoy art without having like the best skills or without always like striving to get better, because like that's how art works. I feel like it's a really cathartic thing no matter what you're drawing or how it comes out. But at the same time, I find a lot of joy in getting better and understanding things and learning new things, so that is also something that I would like to pursue. But in terms of next year, I haven't really thought of too many things. I know for one, I would really like to see about starting a Patreon. I did already kind of look into a couple of things for it, and I'm trying to set up like my profile a little bit more. If you want, you can follow it, I think. I think you can follow Patreon accounts for free, right? That's what it looked like. But I think it'd be a nice thing to start up. Especially now that I might have just a little bit more time than I did before with this year and like working. Awkward, I don't know how to blend the lines out right now. My brain is just not here for it. Ooh. The thing about the Patreon is I'm trying to figure out what exactly I would feature though, because I'm kind of nervous. I don't really know. Like I have ideas of some things, but I feel like a lot of people will have Patreon and like, you know, be able to offer some kind of like art advice or, you know, insightful tips on how to make your art process better. And I don't know if you've seen me work on anything, but I don't think I'd be the best in instructing anyone right now. I don't know how much I've talked about this before, but even though I did go to college and I have a degree in fine arts, that's not to say that I took many art classes. I actually took a lot of classes for design because that is the career that I chose. So that is like this type of study that I chose as well. I had to take a couple of art classes, but like maybe 2 max that were like in regards to actually drawing consistently, and being taught on like ways to improve your art. So it's been a while, and even then I haven't really like, there wasn't a lot to really go off of from that. Okay, pause. The thing about this character is she has a really interesting physical trait. Her hair can be whatever I want it to be because her hair is constantly changing colors. So I'm trying to figure out which color I would like to do this time. And while she's like this, basically on the job, she tends to have her hair in really bright colors. So I'm trying to figure out what that would be this time. Do I have like a fluorescent pink? I think that would be kind of everything. No, I can't do that. I can't give another character pink hair. I need to stop. What was I talking about before? I like completely forgot. Oh my gosh. Oh right, like tutorial stuff. I don't think I would really do that, because I still have a lot to learn about art. A lot of what I know is kind of just like trial and error, and like yes, there's a lot of resources that I've utilized and stuff, but these days I don't really think about it as much, or I haven't thought about it as much, and so I feel like I'd be kind of awkward on even what I do kind of understand. Like anatomy, right? I don't think I 100% understand it, I do understand it more than someone who probably just started drawing for the first time, of course, but I don't think that puts me in a position where I can give like a masterclass or something. In fact, I was just thinking about how I really need to double up on my studies right now. Oh my gosh, I need to do that. Could just ignore this line that I accidentally drew here. That'd be wonderful, you know? That'd be great. Oh gosh. I think I would mainly utilize my throwaway sketchbook on my Patreon, which would be like, I don't know if I've talked about it much here, but I have these old work notebooks laying around from like previous jobs and stuff, and they usually just become a area where I can draw, like just scribble and doodle in. And at first I wasn't really expecting anything of it because I knew that it was gonna be like where I draw a little bit more loose and like more carefree, and I was okay with things looking about as ugly as possible. And I still am, but I've noticed like some spreads actually come out kind of cool, you know, as like a result of me being a little bit more lax and carefree with that sketchbook, because I planned on not showing it to anyone. But I thought it would be cool if sometimes I show some of the pages on my Patreon that I have yet to establish. I think that would be pretty cool. Because even though I thought nothing of it, I feel like these, like the throwaway sketchbook that I'm currently working in has really grown on me, and I need to make sure that I don't use it more than my actual sketchbooks. That was probably the main issue with finishing this one. But I've used it a lot to do things like experiment with certain spread styles and certain medias, and also to do some fan art, because while you guys probably don't see a lot of fan art that I do anymore, I do still try to practice it. I'm just incredibly shy about it, so that's a good outlet to practice drawing characters for like the first time, because I know it's gonna look like hot garbage. Oh, I need to color her eyes too, hold on. Might seem like a funny question, but whenever you guys work with like a full set of markers, do you put the marker back in the slot each time you are done using it, even if you're gonna use it again? Or because I don't, so they all just kind of get littered across my desk, and I regret it a lot whenever I have to like put them back. I feel like that's really not an issue for someone if they like are tidy or patient whenever they're finished drawing, but for me it's like, so far whenever I've finished like drawing like these spreads and stuff, I get so done with everything that I don't even organize it like by color anymore. I just put them in their slots and I just close it out and and just kind of give up. It's not the best. I feel like I love the way I do my OC's hair until I have to like color their hair traditionally, because a lot of my OCs have like gradient hair and it's just such a pain. I'm like, why did I do that to myself? So I feel like I say this every time I do like a real-time video where I'm talking like this on the spot, but sorry if I like touch up on a subject and I just don't come back to it. It is definitely not intentional, it's just my brain. Like, this is what happens whenever I try to speak in real time. My brain is all over the place and I'm like, ugh. But yeah, I just want to be free. Like, I just want to be done with it all. I just feel like I'm really ready for a change of pace in my life in general, but also with art, because y'all, this year, oh my gosh, it felt like I wasn't even really alive. It felt like I was just existing and trying to get through stuff. And personally, I feel like that's not how you want to live your life, if we're going off the fact that this is like the only life that we supposedly get, right? I don't know. Can't forget to color Aura's hair. Yeah, man, you gotta be like happy and look out for yourself. And I mean, most of this year I was just chasing the bag, as you do. I'm sorry, I find it really like amusing to like talk as one of those like grind culture people, you know, like the rise and grind every day. I'm on that grind every day. I'm getting that bread. Like, bro, can we like chill out just for a bit? I don't know. I'm tired of the grind. I want to be happy. Just, if nothing else, please just let me be happy. And then I realized art makes me extremely happy. And there truly is nothing else that I would rather do than this. Even though I don't seem like I'm super good at it right now, I promise. Just give it some time, okay? Let it marinate. I know she wears a schoolgirl outfit. I still don't know what I want that outfit to look like. And this is a very basic, like, not thinking about anything at all type of setup here. I guess I'll color the skirt red too. Shade those thighs, free yourself from all the lies. I don't know where did that come from? Every time I look up to like see where the time is at on the camera, I keep feeling like it's been 500 years because I'm not used to talking while drawing and I just feel like I'm just dragging it out. I guess another thing that I would like to do, like resolutions wise for next year, or I feel weird saying resolutions. It feels like when I use the term resolutions that it's only applying to like the fact that that's what I think about at the beginning of the year. It's like I'm constantly thinking about it, but you know, I don't know. One thing I would like to, you know, strive for is creating a backlog, like a backlog of content, like videos and posts and stuff, because I just know out of the honesty of my own heart that I cannot be one of those magical artists that consistently posts, and I kind of use that with like irony because or like sarcasm, because I know like realistically no artist can consistently create. Like if we were all not able to backlog anything and that if we all had to like produce stuff on the spot, I'm sure, yeah, a lot of us could, but we would also be like incredibly burnt out. I don't know what color to put her in. This is bothering me. Because there's already red here and I normally put her in red. But yeah, like people, like creators don't just naturally consistently flow out content because it takes a lot simply for us to create. Like even if we're enjoying it, I feel like it's a little bit ridiculous to imagine that we're naturally able to produce the best of the best all the time, at least once a week. Like it's just not really happening. So, and I know it's not happening for me. So, yeah, I'd like to create a backlog. Why is this pooling right here? What happened? I am once again asking, is it the paper? Is it the marker? Is it me? Like, I just don't know. Actually, I think it could be the marker because sometimes they get a little bit juicy. And the pigment piles up, the pigment juice or like the ink or whatever. So I have to be careful of that. Plus the container that this comes in is like upright, and if I remember correctly, you're supposed to lay markers horizontally, at least alcohol markers horizontally, that way they don't do like this one is doing and get too juicy on one side. Let me see. Would it help to use this end? Oh, okay, yeah. See, this is what I probably should have done. I just normally don't use the nib side, to be honest. Kind of makes me wonder why I even get them double-sided like this, but yeah, if I had a backlog, I think that would make me be able to breathe a little bit easier on terms of like making more videos or more posts Because I wouldn't feel like, oh gosh, I have to hurry up and get this out right now. You know, if I already had a log of things to post that were all kind of like lined up. I don't know how far out, but it would be really helpful. I feel like if content creation is your job, it's almost essential to have that because, you know, say like you have a moment of a bad mental health episode or something, which can happen to honestly anybody. Trying to film content whenever you feel bad is never a fun time, and I feel like it usually shows, so that's where a backlog can really help save you from if you're worried about keeping a consistent posting schedule. Another thing is I hope I get to work on my ideas more, because despite my output, I have had a lot of ideas for many things. I just haven't had a chance to really like bring them to fruition. So yeah, I hope I get to do that. And that could be many things for right now. Ooh, somebody's downstairs with something loud on. I sure hope that doesn't pick up on the microphone. Hope that it mostly picks up me. Which kind of brings me to another thing I'd like to improve, which is the video quality, I guess. Like figuring out sound. I know I mentioned like the camera angle and how it focuses and stuff, but I also want to be better at troubleshooting the sound and just being more efficient on that end as well. Another thing I would like to work on is, I mean, aside from like the main things, which right now I really want to work on more illustrations for sure, more drawing in general. Oh, also making merch, which I've probably said last year, and as I tell myself, these are an ongoing process, so there's no need for me to feel like defeated or down if I don't get to it as much as I expected to for the year. But yes, just really putting those things into action. Well, I think my food is here and the household is getting loud, so it looks like I have no choice but to postpone this, which is just absolutely fantastic. No, but I guess I will take a break yet again to eat some food, and hopefully I will be back to finish this up once and for all. Hopefully still sometime in the same day, because I have a lot to do, girl. Oh my god, at the end of the year, really? This is how I'm gonna be? Ugh, the drama. Okay, I'm back from my intermission. Can we please finish this? Okay. Alrighty, where was I at? I think I was coloring peony, but I think I'm done with that part, honestly. I like halfway put away some of my supplies, so I'm just like trying to remember where everything went. And that's not his hair color. What am I doing? In general, I feel like I have a lot on my mind. I have a lot that I want to do from an art standpoint. But I think I'm just gonna like take things moderately and focus on doing what I can. Like, honestly, that is more or less the best course of action for me right now. Like, I've had so many years where I try to like force the mood and be like, this is gonna be my year, this is gonna be my moment, this is gonna be my time, I'm popping off. And to be honest, I'm kind of tired. Like, I don't mean this to sound like dark or anything, but I do feel like life can be very taxing. I was just thinking about that today. I'm like, I'm so tired of constantly having to think about what my next move is, what to do with the short amount of hours in a day, yet all these things need to get done, and it's just so tiring. Like, I just want to be a little brainless every now and then. Kind of like these colors, but I don't know, and that might change completely in like 2 minutes. Never know what to put him in. Oh my gosh, it's such a struggle. Should I put him in something blue? I mean, I guess I could, but I kind of feel like putting him in something yellow. I don't know. I do not know. When it comes to my guy OCs, I have no idea how to dress them. Actually, just my OCs in general, I kind of don't, like, I don't really have enough looks picked out for them. And I kind of want to change that because, yeah, there's only a select few where, like, I know how I want them to look, or I know, like, what their clothing aesthetic fits. So that's another thing to add to the list of figuring out, I guess. My ongoing list. Oh man. That fast food made me sleepy and now I'm just sitting here like, I knew this was gonna happen too. Why? I just wanted to color. It's been silent for like 2 minutes. This just be it. Can I have no more interruptions? Can I just finish doing the spread? Dear God. Okay. I don't even know where I left off. This is like the 3rd time I've been interrupted. So, I was going to color her hair. Actually, during my intermission, I saw her hair color as like more of a magenta, like, or fuchsia, but I kind of want to see what that's like. I don't know. This is still kind of giving that look. Hold on. Gosh, I really am disoriented at this point. I'm so sorry if this video just takes a completely different, like, turn in moods, like, multiple times throughout. I just... so many interruptions have happened at this point that I'm just, like, overwhelmed. And trying to finish it up. Dude, I started this video at, like, 4 p.m. It is now 11:35. That's how stalled things have gotten. Girl, what am I doing here? Like, you know, it also doesn't help that aside from these, like, random intermissions, I still don't know how to properly say anything, so I'm just... like, if I mess something up, I know I'm gonna end up cutting it out for the most part, so at this point, it'll be amazing if I leave anything in. Well, do you guys have any new Year's resolutions or anything? Anything you're looking forward to in this new year? Because I am at my wit's end. I can't even be bothered to make tea at this point. Like, I just don't, you know, like, if I don't finish this, if I don't finish anything tonight, then I guess I'm just going to, power through tomorrow. I'm so sorry, I keep yawning. Okay, what color? Eyes, yellow. Oh, I keep using the wrong marker. Hello? I wanna go home. Well, the thing is I'm literally at my house, so I'm not sure why. Not sure what I meant by that, but... Sorry, that's kind of how I cope right now. Everybody's just getting some mid outfits today. I'm so sorry to the girls. Okay, I need some kind of water or something to, like, make me feel a little bit more alive and rejuvenated. Okay, I'm a little bit more alive. I think the last thing I have to color is Kane's hair and his eyes, and then me. Okay, cool, great, wonderful. I feel like this is the 2nd time I've done my end of the year video is like a sketchbook session, or like a draw with me, which I feel like is pretty standard. It's just a fun, chill time. I say fun, chill time like I wasn't fighting for my life this entire time to just simply film bare minimum. I'm probably, like, extra tired because I was running so many, like, errands today as well. I had to do a lot of personal, adult, boring stuff. It's just crazy to think that the year's gonna end in, like, 3 days, and it feels like I still have so many things that I wanted to do before that. And I'm just like, ah! But on the other hand, I'm like, at peace. I'm kind of like good riddance, you know? Maybe I just don't like the idea of like everything starting all over again, because it feels like an endless carousel that we're on. Should I game more next year? Should I get back in the league? Can already hear myself from the future being like, don't do it! Don't do it! Last part. Except, I think I will still... Oh! I meant to keep this part white and color this part. Girl, my brain. I really have just given up. I don't even know. Well, despite everything, we're still here. We survived. And life must go on. I still gotta color the background. I don't know why I'm acting like this is close to being done. My poor camera battery's already low. It's like, oh, not already, it's low finally after all this clownery I've been doing. Not by choice, of course, but my gosh. My battery said, I gotta leave without you, I can't do this. I mean, luckily, I'm a pro, right? So I have like 2 other backups ready to go. I wanted to do a pretty sky background, but with whose energy? You know what I mean? Like, we can try, and if it turns out horrible, I mean, we did our best. But yeah, I feel like if this year taught me anything, it was just my ability to persevere through anything and everything. It was by far one of the most tiring moments of my life. But I kept going. I think one of the scariest things to me about the future is like the amount of uncertainty we all have because nobody knows for sure what's gonna happen on things. Maybe I can say this, real-time video is probably not gonna happen anytime soon based off of this experience alone. Oh gosh. It's too hard, man. It's too hard to like worry about every noise that's being made that I don't have control over. Not to mention how many times I mess up my own words simply trying to speak very basic, coherent sentences. I don't know. But the world does not seem to mind voiceovers. That's the thing. That's why I'm always confused as to why I try to push myself to do more like real-time stuff. Maybe the real-time can be another Patreon perk. I just know one thing, I will definitely have to film it at like midnight whenever no one is awake. I guess for non-art things, next year I would like to work on better health habits. I feel like my health is completely ruined at this point. There's just so many things that I've been neglecting. It's quite concerning actually, and I haven't been to the doctor in a while either, so can't wait for them to roast me. Well, you gotta start somewhere. It's better to address an issue than to just like not deal with it at all and just keep neglecting it like I have been. If nothing else, at least whenever this is over, I am free. I mean, that is the ultimate point of all of this, right? The fact that whenever I finish this sketchbook, I can go on. I can finally move on. It has been 3 freaking years. I think almost 4 at this point. I need to be free. I need to be free from it, honestly. It's definitely not to say that there's anything wrong with taking a long time to finish a sketchbook. You know, everybody does stuff at their own pace. It's just, I know for a fact this is not what I had envisioned. And I know I could work faster than this. I'm not gonna strain myself over it because I know why it took so long. Like, I have a lot of things going on and it's not like I can work in my sketchbook all the time 24/7. But I do think I could have had a better relationship with it. I'm sure I could have like envisioned some clouds or something here, but This is okay too. I'm a very cinematic person in the sense that, like, I expect certain moments to be, like, super dramatic and climactic, I guess. When in reality, a lot of moments in life aren't like that at all. Now the background's kind of looking like fire. Are they in hell? What's going on? Oh boy. That would kind of make it even more funnier, I don't know why. It's just like the pinnacle of unhinged energy that the sketchbook is having. But yeah, no, on an honest level, I am excited to work in a newer sketchbook. I'm assuming, I kind of already have in mind which sketchbook I'm going to go to, but alas. I have a lot of exciting ideas already coming up for filming, but we will just have to see. I don't want to overwhelm myself right off the bat. Like, I've already told myself, for the beginning of this year, or for the beginning of next year rather, I'm not gonna like expect to hit the ground running, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not gonna be expecting to be running a race right from the get-go. I think I'm just gonna take my time with things and see where it goes. I don't know what this might look like, and that's okay, because we're trying. I'm sorry if this video was all over the place. I feel like I have to make that disclaimer a lot, but especially right now. But if you've hung around until this long, then thank you very much. It means a lot. It always means a lot. You guys have been so kind and like chill to me during one of the most exhausting moments, like eras in my life. If you're newer here, basically I have worked this entire year full time, in sort of like a boring corporate position as a designer, and like, while I greatly appreciate a stable salary and you know, consistent income can be very beneficial, but it's almost like I lost my sense of meaning in the process. One way that I felt like I was able to stay a little bit more sane is by doing these videos. I don't even know what I'm doing anymore, so like, don't even worry about it. We're just here, okay? We're just here. It is what it is, you know? We're just chilling. No worries. Don't even worry about it, okay? I'm not even worried about it. Even though my video content wasn't up to par with all the ideas that I had and everything, because I was tired and just trying to get by, you guys were still kind enough to comment and still subscribe and like my videos. Even just watching my videos, I was kind of shocked. I'm like, wow, are y'all sure? Like, dang, thanks. Not sure why, but no, but it seriously always means a lot. I have been going through it, but I am still here, and I still want to provide content for you guys, but also just, I still want to continue art for sure, and I still want to improve at art and enjoy it full-heartedly. So if you'll have me on this journey, then let's continue. Why do I feel like I'm being like extra dramatic for no reason? Also, I'm making so many clouds. Where is this going? The clouds on the side look demonic. Like these red dark clouds. What have I done, girl? What did I do? You know, that's kind of on me for knowing how bad this paper is at blending the way that I want it to and still doing it anyways. But that's literally just my vibes. Just all my vibes. This page is hideous. This page is like the embodiment of 2023, so you know what? I can't even be mad. Like, girl, oh my gosh. So, I don't know if you guys know this. I don't know if you can tell, but I am horrible at coloring in the lines. Like, not to mention the shading on this page would definitely not make sense if it were actually like sunset colors. And that's another reason why I probably didn't initially do that. But here we are, you know? I'm kind of hesitant to even do anything else, to be honest, but I also feel like I kind of have to. As everything comes to a close and a new beginning, I wish you guys the best, per usual. I'm manifesting the bestest of opportunities and outcomes for you all in 2024. I want to work more with traditional art, but I also want to work more with digital art, of course. I hope to find a good balance between the two. Just like I hope to find a good balance between doing original content and getting back to fan art. Sometimes it's really hard for me to make like a spread like this, especially whenever I know that it's something that I plan on doing, like making publicly, because I'm like, oh my gosh, this does not represent any of what I can do, I promise. But at the same time, there's like, to a certain extent, you kind of just have to like you kind of realize how bizarre it is compared to your actual skills, that you're like, okay, you know what, if it's that crazy, like I really shouldn't, you know, I shouldn't fret over it. For pursuing traditional art, I feel like I should pick only one medium at a time to focus on, which might be kind of hard for me, so I don't know how I'm gonna navigate that, but like say 1 month I work on alcohol markers, the other month I work on watercolor, and then gouache, I don't know. We'll see how it works out, but I feel like that would be an ideal way to tackle that. As for digital art, there's actually something that an upcoming video I will be able to share with you guys. A pretty nice upgrade, hopefully. It was my Christmas present to myself. Yeah, I think that'll be hopefully a fun addition. So stay tuned for that unboxing video that I have yet to film. Oh, I just remembered another thing that I want to do is discover more artists next year. Discover more artists. I don't know, in general, I'm really just like trying to hype myself up for a more honest relationship with art instead of holding back like I have for a while. Because sometimes I forget like how introverted I am, like in general, but especially to my art. I don't really talk about it with other people. Most people in real life probably don't even know that I draw like this, so... And in my head it's because I'm like, well, until I'm like really, really good, I don't know what the point of sharing it with other people is. And I know that's a very detrimental point of view, but it's kind of how my brain works sometimes. And by sometimes, I mean a lot of the times. But I also feel like if this is something that I genuinely want to be a part of my life, like a major part of my life, then maybe it's time I just let go of overthinking and all the things that I still have to work on, and I just, you know, like I said, being a little bit more honest with myself, I think that would help. One thing I do kind of hope I can do more of, too, is freaking relax. Oh my gosh. I mean, I might literally need pills for it, but I feel like I'm just so, like, the thinking does not end. I just want to relax more and enjoy things as much as possible. But yeah, how was y'all's 2023? Did you enjoy this year? Do you feel like it was beneficial, or do you feel like you learned anything? I feel like, good or bad, like regardless of the year, there's usually something, hopefully, that we can all take away from it, which is something I try to keep in mind. Right now, all I can think about is how I want to bake cookies and finish playing Pokemon Diamond on my Switch. I got a Switch for my birthday like last year, and Pokemon Diamond was the only game that I got, because I originally had it on the DS, but I still have not finished it, because I just haven't taken the time to play. I think I have 2 more gym badges to go, or 3 maybe, I don't know, but hopefully I can finish it soon. I feel like the older Pokemon games are so timeless, like, they really are just like, they're always just a nice go-to game to play, I don't know. I thought I would get bored of it because it's kind of like the same thing, more or less, but it really, I don't know. It's probably because it holds a nostalgic value to me, but... Also, I've been wondering if I should, like, draw out my little Pokemon adventure experiences. It's funny because fan art alone, I get very, like, antsy with drawing the characters in a way that I feel like could be a lot better, but right now, I'm feeling a little bit offended that I'm butchering my OCs in the same fashion. Like, hello? These are my children. I need to treat them with respect. The fact that I'm having this hard of a time trying to speak basic English and I haven't, like, been studying any other languages recently, like, at most I've just been studying kanji, but I haven't been, like, studying how I normally do with Japanese. So I'm really confused as to why I can't talk right now, like, just at all lately. Whenever I go to film, I'm just like, what are words? How do I communicate to the camera my feelings? Maybe that's another resolution. Learn how to talk. This pose was supposed to be like him saluting or something, I don't know, but this has gotten so... all of this is so... oh. I'd love to do a life drawing class, like a life drawing session, I guess, because I took life drawing around the time of, like, COVID being at its peak, so I didn't really get to do any of the, like, nude model drawings, and as wild as it sounds, I would kind of be interested in doing that, because I just want to know what it's like, and if it really does help out, more, because I'm assuming it does, as opposed to just like looking up photos on Pinterest. I almost forgot, both Kane and Miss Tiger Girl over here, they kind of have like a the eye bags, you know, like underneath their eyes, it's kind of like dark. They have dark circles. That's the word. Why was my brain was like, their eyes are like dirty. And I was like, that's not the word that I'm thinking of. I don't know why I keep talking about resolutions whenever I just mention that I would prefer to talk about this more in depth in another video where I'm a little bit more mentally present, but I would like to read more books too. I think this year I certainly read 10 books if you count manga, but if you don't count manga, I think I read maybe 3. It's still good that I read 3 books, especially once again while working, because I wasn't expecting to do that, but I want to read more. Reading is fun. I forgot how fun it was. And to continue what I said about the whole life drawing and studies thing, I also want to, I mean, I don't know how to put it, I just really want to learn more about art and really grow. But I want to learn how to work more efficiently rather than just like, oh, here's some techniques or here's something else you can try. It's like, what is the most efficient way for me specifically to do said thing? Because we can practice and study and do whatever all day, but if it's not the most convenient thing for us, then there's always room for improvement in regards to that. Is anybody turning out decent on this spread? Not really, but that's okay. think we might be at the end here. Not as in like, does it really need touch-ups, because it certainly does, but more like, is it worth the effort at this point, you know? Because it's like I've said before, I don't think there's anything wrong with deciding how much effort you do or don't want to put into a sketchbook spread. I don't think the original idea of sketchbooks were that everything was a finished product. Of course, if that's how you prefer it to look, then there's nothing wrong with that. Because I myself have wondered about, you know, doing a more put together sketchbook with more effort and stuff. If you think about the initial concept of it being like a thing that you just work on maybe 30 minutes to an hour every day or every other day, it's not like you're going to be creating like gallery work, you know? But that being said, there could always be gallery work born from your sketches, and that's why a sketchbook is still very valuable. Well guys, it looks like this is it. This is the final spread in the sketchbook. We made it! We actually made it. It might have been a struggle, it might have been horrible, it might have been terrifying, but we made it. Yeah. I don't know what else there is to say. I feel like I've already said it all in this video, and we need to move on. To be honest, I don't think this is a time to really like do any recaps or get too sentimental, because I'm going to be doing a sketchbook tour, so that would be the best time for me to talk about my overall summarizing thoughts. So yeah, I guess I will leave this last chapter of the sketchbook here in 2023 and say hello to a new year and a new future. So it looks like that will bring us to the end of the video. Everybody take a stretch, pat yourself on the back, go get some snacks, go queue up the rest playlist, I don't know, but rest. You did well. We made it. That is all for me today, so thank you guys so much for watching today's video. If you enjoyed your time here today, please feel free to leave a like. If you're interested to see more of my content, you can always check out my other videos and subscribe. For reference, if you're new, I am Rhea or Etherian. I like making art and art-related content on my channel. I do try to post weekly videos, but if you would like more timely updates, you can always check out my other social media linked in the description and also at the end of the video. Look forward to the Patreon. But yeah, other than that, once again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I wish you a nice rest of your end of the year and happy 2024. Take care.